You are looking live at Memorial Field at Mamaroneck High School, home of the Mamaroneck High School Tigers. Today is the Section 1 championship game where the MHS Tigers face their namesake, the Tigers from White Plains High School. Good afternoon, I'm Steve Anastas, coming to you with our sports producer Rob Moretti and our cameraman Xavier Campo. We'll be bringing you the high school boys soccer championships for Section 1. It's going to be a great matchup between two teams with the same name, so you will not be hearing me say much of Tigers this and Tigers that. Rather, I will be addressing the school names as identifiers. The Mamaroneck Tigers are in black, the White Plains Tigers in white, and Mamaroneck will start with possession. Ball out off of White Plains. Mamaroneck gets possession. Echeverria advancing the ball upfield and then out of bounds again. Ball finds the leg of Connor Shepard, who was everywhere in the semifinal matchup against Scarsdale. There he is again, sending it out wide to Mancias Magana, who scored the only goal in that sectional semifinal victory, 1-0 over the Scarsdale Raiders. Mamaroneck with masterful ball movement, able to maintain possession for extended periods of time, which really is not that common in soccer. Usually attempts at attacks are turned away and possession changes, but Mamaroneck able to get possession back sometimes even before the midfield line and re-advance, which is sometimes how they're able to score their goals, because that type of confusion as one side feels like they have settled on possession and is advancing the ball, when you get it taken away. As you see right here, a shot, oh, just wide. Beautiful opportunity there for Marco Ketzman, who was responsible for 5 goals in the quarterfinal 6-0 shutout over Harrison. Definitely had a beat on it there. He just angled his body a little too harshly on that attempt. There's Mancias Magana. Has it taken away, but again, Shepard is there to clean it up in reverse field. Ball has a little too much bend on it to get all the way out to Ariel Solano, so White Plains comes the other way. Ball kicked out of bounds by J.M. DeCow, their strongest defender. Although it's hard to say who the strongest defender on Mamaroneck is. They are all so talented as defensive soccer players. Whether it's snuffing out scoring opportunities or just keeping them out of the offensive zone. You will see a slightly different story here today, though, folks, as White Plains is the only team Mamaroneck was not able to defeat this season. They come in with a record of 12 wins, 0 losses, and 1 draw, a 1-1 tie versus these White Plains Tigers. So you know that White Plains is coming in with a lot of confidence, feeling that they were the team the whole time that were best suited to upset this dominant, nationally ranked Mamaroneck squad. Mamaroneck reached as high as 4th in the nation according to the National Coaches Poll. Currently sitting 17th, due in no small part due to that draw against White Plains just a few weeks ago. White Plains does a good job of holding on to that ball, and they did not like that call from the officials. I suppose now's a good time to let you know who the officials for today's game are. It is Sergio Vasile, Dominic Doracco, and Whitney Stark. Shepard sends it back to Kevin Vasquez, who looked to advance up the middle, but White Plains was having none of that. Oh, there's an opportunity right there. Mancias Magana can turn around in time. He's got Londano taken down from behind by Ruben Colazos. So they will have a direct kick there, and DeCal will take it for Mamaroneck. I think it's possible White Plains sniffed out just what I had, that Mamaroneck, once again, that midfielder had badly mistimed his jump. As DeCal sends it in, there's a head. No, doesn't get it clean, and it is sent away by White Plains, and now finally cleared. So I think what was happening earlier, and the reason Londano was taken down, is because White Plains realized after that midfielder had mistimed his jump on the header, they did not have numbers, and that is chum in the water for this Mamaroneck squad. They have taken advantage of just about every odd man rush they've had this season, and if not at least not getting a goal, they at least get a solid scoring opportunity out of it. So White Plains definitely did not want to go down early here, as we are just past 15 minutes into this matchup. 34-30 remaining here in the first half. We have a mask break in the middle of the first half as Mancias Magano races up the left side, tries to center it. They try and clear it out, those White Plains, but Connor Shepard is there to stop that. So they reverse field and see if they can get something going in the half field. Just over the end line, it will be a goal kick for White Plains. Good idea there. They just didn't have a time quite right for him to be able to get the centering pass, get his foot on the centering pass. Sorry, I'll get that right one of these times. Good solid boot from the White Plains goalie. DeCal doesn't give Alan Meneses the opportunity to put a positive header on that. White Plains trying to figure out a way to establish some offense here in the early going, and they've been unable to do it. That relentless defense occurs in the offensive side as well as the midfield for Mamaroneck. Always looking to attack, and here is an opportunity. No offsides there. Tough play for Ketzman to try and control that bouncing ball. They get it out to Shepard, just glances off his shin. And there is Caldor to turn it back the other way. Solano steps over, tries to send it up forward for Caldor, but again, a little too much pace. So White Plains will get it again. That ball sent far upfield for Mario Martinez Jimenez, but he gave up on it pretty quickly as he saw it had way too much pace to track it down before it went out of bounds. So the Mamaroneck senior goalkeeper, Jackson Karras, will retrieve it and start the offensive attack for Mamaroneck. James Jogas brings it up the left side. Oh, good boot ahead. He's got Mancias Magana, centering pass. Oh, whiffed by White Plains, but he does get enough of a boot on it. But Alejandro Londano's shot is turned away, and we will have our first corner kick of the day. An exciting opportunity there as Mamaroneck was able to split the two defenders right down the middle, ball racing up forwards. And Mancias Magana just mishit the centering pass. White Plains tried to turn it away, and they mishit it as well, which gave them one opportunity at a shot, but there were too many bodies in the way. Good attacking defense from Victor Flores there for White Plains. Ball deflected out of harm's way, and now Mamaroneck will try again. Here is Caldor on the ball. Flip pass forward, shot opportunity. Oh, and he's taken down from behind. No call on the play. That looked like a sure penalty takedown. Should have been a penalty shot for Mamaroneck here in the early going as we approach 30 minutes and 30 seconds in the first half. Oh, that was a beautiful leading pass. And Solano was sure that he was going to get the call there. No such luck for Mamaroneck. Mancias Magana passed it off the face of a White Plains player for good measure. Caldor, that pass turned into a shot as it was right on the goalie quickly, but an easy save for Thomas Pisapia. Pisapia is in discussions with several schools. He's leaning hard towards Concordia College. Good job by Shepard there to try and stay his ground. Better play from Gael Baraldi, getting it past Shepard. White Plains with the throw-in. There's Baraldi again, getting it back to Flores. I believe that's Victor Flores and number 17. They have him listed as 15 here. A little 4-on-4 action there. Michael Echeverria against Mario Martinez Jimenez. Martinez Jimenez wins that battle. Shepard now poking the ball out of bounds, so Mamaroneck able to settle their defense once again. Big boot there from Flores. And here comes Ruben Colasos. He's hounded by Solano. Good moves from Colasos. Gets to the corner. Centering pass. Finds the foot. Oh, and the first goal for White Plains. A huge shot there by Gael Baraldi. The centering pass gets through one Mamaroneck defender, and Baraldi's teammate leaves it for him as he's able to send it into the left corner for the first goal. So quite a turnabout here, as it looked like Mamaroneck should have gotten the call on a penalty shot opportunity. They ruled it a legal takedown. And then White Plains is able to methodically move it up the right side, switches field to the left side, and Colasos gets the hockey assist to Gael Baraldi. There was another White Plains player, I believe, that touched it in the middle there. A centering pass. Oh, off the crossbar, and a goal! Just like that, Mamaroneck comes back with a goal of their own. What fantastic aggressive play from the Mamaroneck Tigers. Marco Ketzman. The header from, I believe it was Echeverria, goes off the crossbar and bounces back into play. Obviously, there's no possibility of offsides there as the ball is already all the way there towards the goal. So it's just a matter of staying with it, and there were no White Plains Tigers able to get in the way of that. Great job there from Jackson Karras, snuffing out another quick, aggressive attack from White Plains. Back and forth action here is very entertaining in the early going as we are at 27-10 remaining in the first half. So before a single Mamaroneck player has a chance to slump their shoulders even a little bit off giving up the first goal of the match, they're able to turn the tables and get a goal of their own and even this up at 1-1. Kevin Vasquez tries to reverse field through the center, has it taken away by White Plains. There is Calazos. Good job from Charlie Caldor to force White Plains to do something with the ball. Results in a turnover to Shepard. Here comes Solano, giving it upfield for Ketzman. Ketzman racing with 2 men on him. Shot! Score! Ketzman again! His second goal of the day in just under 2 minutes. What a masterful pass from Solano to Ketzman, and Ketzman fights off 2 defenders and puts it past Pisapia for the second goal of the day. And I'll say it again, just like that, the momentum has shifted clearly back to the Mamaroneck side. There was no pouting after that first White Plains goal. They got right back into action, turned up the aggressiveness dial to 10, and then again to 11 as he scores the second goal. Corner kick opportunity here for White Plains with 25.5 minutes left to go in the first half. The White Plains player moved the flag so that he could get a better angle on it. It's a fantastic, magnificent new field built here for Mamaroneck, but there was only so much room they had to play with there on the backside. Ooh. Jackson Karras goes down running into his own defenseman, J.M. DeCow, but there was some sort of call made there, making that play inconsequential. James Jogas gets it up to Milton Mancias Magana. Mamaroneck switching fields once, now twice. Getting it over to Jogas. Jogas with an upfield pass. Finds the head of Alejandro Vega. Vega looks to be struggling a little bit after that play. He might have tweaked an ankle or something. Here is J.M. DeCow. Getting ready for an indirect hit. Sends it all the way up. A little too much mustard on that one, as Pisapia is able to gather it himself. Saw what he was trying to do there. He was trying to give a leading header, excuse me, a leading header to a teammate. Just a little too much. Here is Charlie Caldor. Looking for Ladano, and then leaves it for Vasquez. Oh, Vasquez taken down by Cavazos. No card on that one. We had 2 cards in the semifinal game against Scarsdale. Really almost expected more. That those games tend to get chippy. There's no love lost between those 2 towns. I should know, I come from both of them. Good footwork here by Mamaroneck. Solano thought he had Ketzman, and he does now for a moment. But White Plains able to cause enough of a disruption to keep Mamaroneck from getting an opportunity. Ball kept in play. Chested by Ramirez, and Ramirez goes down. .22 minutes left here in the first half. Mamaroneck with a 1-0 lead. On 3 goals that feel like they were scored about 15-20 seconds apart. It's probably more like a couple minutes, as Shepard does a great job taking that one away. Gets it over to Mancias Magana. Retreats a little bit, looks for another angle. There's Ketzman to Solano. Solano gets a shot on the ground, not much on it there, and Pisapia able to collect it, to send it the other way. Boots it out shy of midfield, and now a header gets it across. Good job there from the tandem of Vasquez and Vasquez and DeCal to stop that forward attack. A few substitutions for White Plains. White Plains for a moment there looked to have an opportunity developing on the right side, but Mamaroneck not only takes it away but gains possession on the out of bounds. That would have been a good upfield pass if there was anyone upfield, but there wasn't, and we have our mask break here with 20 minutes and 25 seconds left in the first half. Mamaroneck with a beautiful 2-1 lead over White Plains, who scored first and then faced back-to-back goals by Mamaroneck. We'll be back in just a moment.
Larchmont Mamaroneck, this is your media center. Live mobile production van. In-studio recording. Podcasting. Social media. In your schools. Watching your government. With your neighbors. LMC Media. Building community through media.
Did you know you can watch LMC Media on your Roku in full high definition? Go to streaming channels and search for ScreenWeave. Install the Cablecast ScreenWeave channel. Look for the green icon. Open the channel, scroll to LMC Media, and press OK. Your device will remember your selection in the future. From within the app, you can watch all 3 of LMC's channels live. Or check out municipal and school board meetings, varsity sports, and more on demand.
Need technical support for your next meeting or presentation? LMC Media offers full-service meeting management virtually, in real life, or a hybrid of both. Our staff can run your meeting or webinar, set up for in-person audiences to interact, or provide a professional space for you to stream. Contact us for more information at info@lmcmedia.org.
Okay, so we are back at Memorial Field at Mamaroneck High School for the remainder of the first half. The Tigers lead the Tigers 2-1 after the Tigers tied the Tigers 1-0 in the regular season. The only time the Tigers were not victorious in every Tigers game. There, I've done it once. I promise I won't do it again. Oh, and a takedown there by a Tiger on a Tiger. All right. I promised I wouldn't do that anymore. White Plains took down Mamaroneck rather aggressively, I might add, and now DeKalb will have a direct kick about 40 yards out. Alejandro Landano was hopping around behind him. I thought maybe he would have gone for the kick, but DeKalb, oh, and it's right there on the foot of, nope, Mancias Magana was offsides at the time. DeKalb sent it into the crowd. It pinballed its way around there for a moment and ricocheted out right to Mancias Magana, but he was offsides at the time, so no dice. Goal kick makes it out near midfield. Oh, that would have been a juicy opportunity if Caldor was able to get his foot on it. Nice slide tackle by Echeverria. Caldor had Mancias Magana on the left side. Echeverria able to send it to him that time, but nothing developed. Sapia over midfield this time. Header from Caldor. Now a header for Eric Ramirez of White Plains, and Ramirez finds it again, tries to cycle kick it for control. Bounces over to Martinez Jimenez, who races up the right side, tries for a centering pass. DeKalb clears it out. Good job there by Edgar Lara, getting it up to Jonathan Carpeño, but it goes out of bounds, and Mamaroneck will have it. Goal kick for Karras as he waits for his team to get in position. Nice 45-yard kick. Gets it to his teammate, and now here comes Mancias Magana. He switches fields, gets it over to Shepard, but Paramo able to send it out of bounds and stall the Mamaroneck threat. Throw in from Echeverria, sent away by White Plains. Shepard to Vasquez. Vasquez wasn't sure where to go with it there. Has it deflected away. Echeverria now sends it all the way across to Caldor, and they'll try the right side. Good job from Calpeño, sorry. Here at Ketzman. He took a little push in the back. He wanted that call. Or maybe, I'm sorry, I looked down for a second. Maybe he was the one that sent the ball over the end line there. My apologies. We are working with the skeleton crew due to COVID. As you can see, all the players have their masks on. As well, you can probably see there are a lot of fans over the fence in the Mamaroneck Town Center, as the official capacity for Section 1 sporting events is 2 guests per player and school administrators. So we have a very sparse crowd here in the stadium, at the field rather, but you can see there are several dozen, maybe more than 100 fans lining the fence in the Mamaroneck Town Center, hoping to watch a sectional championship victory here from Mamaroneck today. I can imagine, being that White Plains is as close as it is, there are plenty of White Plains fans here as well. Ball goes into the corner, over the line, and will be a goal kick. We have a down player as well near midfield. I don't think the officials see it, and now they do, and they will call official time with 15 minutes, 58 seconds remaining in the first half. Unlike professional or Premier League soccer, they do not leave the clock running and then add an estimated amount for injury time. They stop the clock for injuries, and the time on the scoreboard is the time remaining in the game. So Pisapia will take it from the top of the box. Header by Colazos. Goes to DeCow. Good job there from Dimitrios Rapoulis, who's checked into the game, getting that header upfield for Mamaroneck. And here's a nice play out to Martinez Jimenez, but too far, and it goes out of bounds, and Mamaroneck will throw in from there. Echeverria over to Shepard. Shepard handles it for a moment and then gets it out to Londano. Echeverria sends it all the way up, looking for Mancias Magana. He has it in the corner. Centering pass. Shot, score! Beautiful header from Rapoulis. Where is El Norte? Mancias Magana with the third goal of the day. A hat trick for the junior forward. And Mamaroneck takes a 3-1 lead with 15:04 remaining in the first half. So after White Plains scores the opening goal and gets the hair on the back of everyone's necks standing a little bit, Mamaroneck has demonstrated their dominance over Section 1 soccer, once again taking a somewhat commanding 3-1 lead, considering the level of play out of the Mamaroneck defense all year. Seems like an insurmountable lead, but this is a talented White Plains crew that has had several scoring opportunities that they haven't been able to fully flesh out. And the official has some words here. I'm not sure. There might have been a little bit of jostling. I'm sure White Plains does not like facing this kind of play. As a matter of fact, they are undefeated themselves. I forgot to mention that. They are 7-0-3 coming into today's game, as White Plains sends it all the way back to Pisapia, since Solana was right on their heels. So there is no doubt that White Plains is not used to being down by 2 goals themselves. I should also mention that if after double overtime the score is still tied, they would be named co-champions. There would not be a shootout here for the sectional championship. That actually happened just yesterday in girls soccer, and there was a loud buzz heard around the section as to whether or not that was the right decision to just name co-champions and not have it decided on the field, if even by a shootout, which there are some people who don't like PKs, and how that's boiling it down a little too barrenly. Nice give and go there. A little too much bend by Mencius Magana for Rapoulis. Couldn't chase it down before it found Thomas Pisapia. 12:25 remaining here in the first half. Mamaroneck looking to control the action. Londano taken down by Eric Ramirez. So Mamaroneck will have it just over midfield. Oh, yep, still over midfield. Booming lead pass. Right there. Oh, just missed. Scoring opportunity for James Jogas, and he sends it wide of the pipe. Mamaroneck stays on the attack. Here is Mencius Magana. Good pace on that shot. A little too much topspin. Sent out immediately by Pisapia, the other direction. Knocked out of bounds. Coach Rich Becker thought it should have been Mamaroneck's possession, but it was ruled the other way. The coaches for today's game for White Plains are the assistants Dan Fierro, Dan Murillo, and Kyle McGowan. The head coach is Mike Lambert. And for Mamaroneck, it is assistant coach Nick Mangan with head coach Rich Becker. They have developed quite a soccer program here at Mamaroneck High School, along with Coach Savage, who coaches the girls field hockey team, and Coach Vitti, who coaches the Mamaroneck football team. That is a very strong core to the fall sports program. I believe a little confusion over substitutions there. A little back and forth play here around midfield. Shepard leaves it for DeCow. Shepard out to Londano. Solano. Nice slide kick there. Doesn't bear any fruit. And here comes White Plains the other way. DeCow taking it away and knocking it out off of White Plains. There's Rapoulis and Solano. And now White Plains coming the other way. Vasquez. Nice ball handling from him. Out to Mencius Magana. He lost track of it, but it was knocked out. Oh, it was knocked out off White Plains. But they call it White Plains possession. Strange. job from Mancius Magana. Ball deflected though. Oh, and there's Connor Shepard to take it away, and here's an opportunity for White Plains racing into the offensive zone. Up the far side is Solano. Solano with the centering pass, knocked away by Victor Flores. And back out to midfield. Mamaroneck will try again. Here's Caldor. Caldor with the centering pass to Rapoulis. Knocked out of bounds by White Plains, and we will have a throw-in, or is it a corner kick? I'm sorry, it is a corner. That ball bent right over the corner flag stick, so it's hard to tell from all the way up here in this beautiful new press box we have. Touch pass. And now play is stopped. I'll try it again. 8 minutes, 8 seconds remaining in the first half. Score is 3-1 Mamaroneck. Centering pass. Does not find the head of a Mamaroneck player. Sails over the group. And White Plains tries to clear it out. Ooh, tough play. And Echeverria is on the ground. Ball is out of bounds, and White Plains has possession. Echeverria is trying to stay on the field, but his shin collided violently with that defender when he tried to kick that ball into the offensive area. And he is now being rushed off the field. Yeah, that pain can be intense. Bone on bone clashing. Not much padding there in your shin bone, which is why most players wear shin pads, but these days it seems like it has fallen out of style. And Echeverria, I'm sure, wishes he had one on for that play there. Tailor-made for that situation. Shepard gets it back to DeCow. DeCow now advances it across midfield, trying to find Rapoulis. I think he's looking for a handball there. Here comes Mamaroneck out of the scrum. That's Caldor getting it up to Mancius Magana. Rapoulis gives chase as well, but they're not able to get it before it crosses the end line. Just under 7 minutes to go here in the first half. Mamaroneck up 3-1. Shepard gets it to Rapoulis. Leave for Mancius Magana. Up for Londano. Londano still fights. Mancius Magana gets it almost through the back of the defense. He's taken down. And we have a stoppage. I'm not sure if it's for injury or for penalty. Yes, and a yellow card is called. And it looks to be on Mancius Magana. Well, that is a surprising call, to say the least. I'm sure you can see Mancius Magana is not happy at all with it either, as he's now coming off the field. Replaced by Marco Ketzman. Coach Becker is getting an explanation from the head official, Sergio Vasile. I don't think he agreed with the call either. Another substitution as Michael Echeverria comes back in after that injury for Charlie Miller, who got some run in replacement of Echeverria. But he feels better now and is ready to go. As soon as the throbbing and the initial pain wears off, it'll just be a nasty bruise on his shin. Rapoulis tried to control it before getting a pass over to Katzman. Had it taken away. Mamaroneck always advancing the ball, always attacking. Even when they're playing stall techniques, there's a bit of attack to their game. Slide tackle by Calpeño. Knocks the ball out of bounds. Shepard up the right side. He's got it in the corner, centering pass, kicked out of bounds. We'll have a corner kick for Mamaroneck. Nothing much develops out of that corner, and so White Plains will now have a goal kick as the players race upfield. Kick just shy of midfield. Coach Becker and Coach Mangan were wondering why there wasn't penalty called there. But no matter, Mamaroneck now has a kick set from just inside the mid-stripe. Cow signals to his teammates for a little bit of repositioning. Now White Plains does a little repositioning of their own, a little late. Ball headed out by White Plains. I believe that was off of Victor Flores' noggin. So we'll have a corner kick from the near side for Mamaroneck. Oh, here's an opportunity. No. I think they called that it hit the football crossbar, which is why it stayed in play, which technically is out of bounds. So now Mamaroneck will have a corner kick from the other side. Boy, that ball almost bent all the way into the goal there. Here is Solano. His attempt a little low, headed out by White Plains. Trying to send it the other way. Number 3, DeCow, heads it up to number 3, Alejandro Vega. Sending it the other way, now dribbling and trying to give a nice forward pass for his teammate, Mario Martinez Jimenez, but James Jogas heads that out of bounds to halt that attack, and now Mamaroneck has possession. Baraldi, responsible for the only goal for White Plains today, sends it the other direction, and White Plains brings it upfield, and Jair Cano can't believe it's not a corner kick for White Plains, as Jackson Karras calls for the ball and gets it. We'll set it on the forward line of the goal box with 2:09 remaining here in the first half, as you can probably see on the scoreboard. Karras gets it out beyond midfield. Rapoulis attacks it, but I believe that might have been Connor Shepard who took down the White Plains player. So the penalty gives possession to White Plains. Now he's instructing Ramirez to back it up to midfield. Good job by Jogas to head that ball out of harm's way. Shepard now gets in the scrum. Oh, that is legal play, just bodies colliding. So no call by the referee. As a matter of fact, there was a call to keep playing. And now Mamaroneck with a possible opportunity here if Solano can beat out his defender, but Calpeño sends it out of bounds rather than have it taken away. Good job by Shepard there, getting it up to his teammate. Oh, Tetzman had an opportunity there, but the goalie got in the way. Those pesky goalies. Always getting in the way of all the offensemen's opportunities. Here is Echeverria. And now Shepard to Caldor. Vasquez looks to get it into the corner. And he has Rapoulis. Rapoulis tries to get it back, but has it taken away. Jogas up to Vasquez. And that will do it here for the first half. As you see, Mamaroneck just looking to control possession, which they are so adept at doing. They take a 3-1 lead into the locker room for the halftime. We'll be back in just a minute here on LMC Media.
Everywhere you looked, you saw pain and loss.
The situation was dire, and I think we all needed to see some light in the darkness.
If you turned on the TV at night, all you saw were stories of loss and fear.
But on a local level, there was hope. And those were the stories that we wanted to focus on.
LMC stepped in and served as a communication bridge, not only to disseminate important information, but also to uplift our community.
LMC was able to showcase so many heroic acts taking place locally, stories that without hyperlocal media wouldn't have reached a viewing audience.
Welcome to LMC Media and our Community Conversations.
Our Community Conversations pieces were one way to let everyone know that despite all of the terrible tragedies taking place, there were amazing things happening in our community.
People look to those stories for hope and connection. I think that's what's so important. The fact that LMC has kept us all connected.
LMC taught us how to come together digitally. They helped us with every Zoom meeting from the start till now and kept us being able to connect with you.
I just want to thank LMC Media for being there for us throughout this emergency and for helping us look out for one another. You're a vital part of this community, and we could not function and govern and take care of our residents without your vital input.
Do you have a great idea for a YouTube video or a short film, but don't know how to make it happen? LMC Media has what you need. Our equipment cage is stocked with professional quality cameras, tripods, lighting, sound, cabling, and more. Our 768 square foot studio features a full lighting grid, wraparound green screen, teleprompter, TriCaster, and high definition cameras. To reserve equipment, contact us at reserve@lmcmedia.org.
LMC Media's YouTube channel is where you can connect to your community. You can easily find your favorite videos in a playlist or keyword search. Videos are added daily relating to your community, weekly updates, talk shows,
Welcome to another community conversation. I'm Michael Witch for LMC Media.
how-tos, and municipal meetings. Stay connected through video. Check it out and subscribe.
My name is Sean. I'm a regular volunteer here.
Hi, I'm Paul. I'm a volunteer. Today is my very first day. I've only been here about an hour.
LMC just provides a lot of opportunities for volunteers.
This was the first opportunity I've ever had to be like in a professional news setting.
I've learned on camera, I learned post-production, I've learned everything that I could possibly learn about the world of TV and production in general.
Everybody is extremely outgoing and very helpful. I think everyone seems to have a good time when they're making the show or behind the scenes, so it's a very friendly, like positive environment.
Every time I would come in, it would just be a whole new experience. Just all the people were just so nice and inviting.
Everybody who works at LMC, they're just great to be around. It's a great laugh. It's, it kind of feels like a family.
Do you need space for a meeting, conference, or presentation?
LMC Media has what you need.
Our 768 square foot studio space is ideal for many types of productions, readings, recitals, rehearsals, and workshops. The space has video recording capability, as well as daylight temperature lighting, green screen, and stage. 2 additional rooms at 208 and 156 square feet can be used for any of your needs. Auditions, meetings, classes, workshops, one-on-one instructions, and more. Both rooms feature video monitors with Chromecasting capability, making presentations a breeze.
To reserve one or more of our spaces, contact us at reserve@lmcmedia.org.
Larchmont Mamaroneck, this is your media center. Live mobile production van. In-studio recording. Podcasting. Social media. In your schools. Watching your government. With your neighbors. LMC Media. Building community through media.
Did you know you can watch LMC Media on your Apple TV in full high definition? Go to the App Store and search for ScreenWeave. Install the Cablecast ScreenWeave channel. Look for the green icon. Open the channel, scroll to LMC Media, and press OK. Your device will remember your selection in the future. From within the app, you can watch all 3 of LMC's channels live. Or check out municipal and school board meetings, varsity sports, and more on demand.
Need technical support for your next meeting or presentation? LMC Media offers full-service meeting management virtually, in real life, or a hybrid of both. Our staff can run your meeting or webinar, set up for in-person audiences to interact, or provide a professional space for you to stream. Contact us for more information at info@lmcmedia.org. LMC Media's YouTube channel is where you can connect to your community. You can easily find your favorite videos in a playlist or keyword search. Videos are added daily relating to your community, weekly updates, talk shows.
Welcome to another community conversation. I'm Michael Witch for LMC Media.
How-tos, and municipal meetings. Stay connected through video. Check it out and subscribe.
Welcome back to sectional championship action here. We are at Mamaroneck High School's Memorial Field, home of the Mamaroneck Tigers. They are leading the White Plains Tigers 3-1 here in the sectional championship game. We have switched sides now. White Plains in white will be going from left to right on your screen. Mamaroneck in the home black will be going from left to right. Mamaroneck leads on the strength of 3 goals by Marco Ketzman. A hat trick for Ketzman. Continues his stellar play here in the postseason as he had 5 goals in a 6-0 shutout victory over Harrison in the quarterfinal. Steve Anastas bringing you live action here at Mamaroneck High School with our sports producer, Rob Moretti, and our cameraman, Xavier Campo. White Plains with an opportunity advancing is Martinez Jimenez. Gets it over to Ramirez, to Baraldi, and now as Colasos tries to advance, the ball is sent the other way by Mamaroneck. We're fortunate to bring you live action from lmcmedia.org. LMC Media is the proud owner of a new production van. Beautiful new mobile production facility, able to cater to all sorts of events and government functions, parades, town activities. As Mamaroneck now has it advanced, there is Ketzman, looks to center, has it taken away. Now the centering pass off the head of a White Plains defender. Now White Plains tries to clear it out. Goes out of bounds off of Mamaroneck. It'll be White Plains ball. The production van also available for town business activities. If you're opening a new store and you'd like coverage of the event, you can hire LMC to come and produce some coverage that can then be disseminated to local media, of course, for more awareness. Ball sails out of bounds off the sideline, so it's a throw-in for White Plains. Quickly turned the other way by Mamaroneck. There is Mancias Magana. who looked to be jostled with, or maybe it just simply went out of bounds. No, it was a penalty called on White Plains. So now Mamaroneck will advance it. Ketzman to Shepard. Shepard up to Solano. Solano tries to bring the ball further in. Might have been better off to go to the corner with that and then center it. But who am I to tell him what to do? They've been playing fantastic soccer all season long. Reached as high as 4th in the nation in the U.S. coaches poll. That ball goes out of bounds off of White Plains. You see the crowd is increased in size here over in the town center. Glad to see everyone is masked up and using the proper public safety protocols here in the COVID times we are living in. Fear not, though. It seems that a vaccine is near, and we will hopefully be able to get life back to normal soon enough. Good action there from Mamaroneck. Penalty called, as I believe that was Alejandro Landano who went to the ground hard. The referee is trying to point out that took place on the 25-yard line, not the 20. You know, athletes will take whatever advantage they can at any time they can do it. And there, Mamaroneck's pointing out they need to be 10 yards away. If you're going to back us up 5, you got to back them up too. Shot into the corner just wide of the goal mouth. So opportunity squandered there by Mamaroneck to take an even more commanding lead. White Plains with a short goal kick, trying to start their possession from deep in their own end rather than kick it far and deep and just have it turned back at midfield, as it has been almost every single time. White Plains decided to employ a different strategy this time. And while they did eventually gain possession around midfield, they kicked it out of bounds shortly after, as you see, and now Mamaroneck, unafraid of sending it in and chasing, decides to put their throw in all the way in across the 40-yard line. Solano chests it and then sends it back over to Mancias Magana. Caldor heads it softly over to Solano. Solano now again to Mancias Magana. Can't really see what the call is there unless there was an offsides and I couldn't see him. Must have been it. Now White Plains will send it the other way. Shepard heads it to the crowd of Mamaroneck players. Vasquez gets it over to Jogas, who puts it up to Mancias Magana, where he has it taken away, and now White Plains trying to go the other way. Good job there from Caldor, taking it away from Martinez Jimenez. But an infraction by Mamaroneck gives the ball back. 7 minutes gone here in the second half. White Plains trails by 2. Solid boot, but right to the head of J.M. DeCow. Taken away by Shepard as usual. Shepard now racing up the left sideline. And kicked out of bounds by White Plains. Mamaroneck will move it quickly, try and maintain that forward momentum they had. White Plains able to finally recover though. Now Mamaroneck bringing it back. Looking to center. Taken away momentarily. Vasquez now gets it over to Caldor. Caldor sees a player advancing. He's got Mancias Magana. He heads it to himself. Chests it down. The shot! Goal! What an amazing play from Milton Mancias Magana. Heads it to himself, chests it down to the ground for possession, and then turns and fires. And we are all out of coffee. .31:52 remaining here in the second half. Mamaroneck now with an even more commanding 4-1 lead. Another turnover in the offensive end. Quickly taken back by White Plains. Caldor now to Solano. Ball sails out of bounds. Push there on Mamaroneck, so White Plains will have possession. Halfway to midfield. Alan Meneses was hounded until he went to the ground. And they called the penalty. No card. White Plains sends it all the way to the far left side. Ball headed out. Now back in. Caldor controls it. Kicked out of bounds by White Plains. Mamaroneck ball. We're approaching 30 minutes remaining here in the sectional final. Mamaroneck has the ball out on the sideline. Caldor to Londano. Now DeCal sends it upfield. Londano gets it to Solano. Solano has trouble fighting through White Plains to get it. Commits the infraction. It'll be White Plains ball there. Shepard loves throwing his body around there. Seems like if he chooses not to play college soccer and maybe plays club somewhere, he'll probably also find a rugby field somewhere along the way. Definitely loves mixing it up. I used to coach that kid when he was actually younger. And he has really proven himself a fine athlete. Mamaroneck once again with an opportunity. Here comes Mancias Magana. Changes direction a little bit and then unable to get it, but they get it back just that quickly. Solano now has it taken away. Shepard gets it over to Vasquez. Penalty called on White Plains, so DeCal will take it there. Team settle in front of the goal, awaiting the kick, and here it comes. Bending kick high into the scrum. Echeverria tries to put a boot on it. Caldor now. Ketzman almost with an opportunity. Ends up taking it off his legs. I will say White Plains has possessed the ball slightly more than Scarsdale in the offensive zone, but not too much. Scarsdale had some opportunities as well. I think the goal on the board for White Plains is a little deceptive as far as the feeling you get with this game compared to the Scarsdale game, because Mamaroneck hadn't scored aside from that one deciding goal. It felt like White Plains has had possession more, but I think it might be about equal when you take a look at the statistics. Mamaroneck has really dominated the action here in this championship game. And there might be situations like this where the ball is in their defensive zone for an extended period of time, but not really in any way where White Plains is truly threatened. But as all of you fans know, it only takes a moment and one missed pass or defensive strike of the ball, and all of a sudden the player is in scoring position, and it's just a matter of taking advantage of that opportunity. Here is another opportunity for White Plains. As their player was taken down, they quickly advanced. Thought they had a man open, but Caldor quickly put an end to that threat. Solano tries to chase that one down, and there is Shepard. Here comes Martinez Jimenez, gets it over to Ramirez, and now Martinez Jimenez will take the throw in. Or will it be Calpeño? Yes. Martinez Jimenez actually being subbed out. That is Alberto Morales who's come in for him. Centering header. Cleared out, but not very far by DeCow. Now here is Meneses. Meneses turns it over. White Plains takes it back. That was Jair Cano. And now out of the corner is Ruben Colasos. White Plains defeated Edgemont 4-3 in double overtime of the quarterfinal, and then was up 3-0 and held on to win 3-2 against Ardsley in the semifinal the other night. Ooh, a momentary misplay there. Could have spelled trouble for Mamaroneck, but they were able to clear it out quickly enough. 24 minutes remaining here in regulation play. And here comes Mancias Magana. Almost tripped. Solano now has it. Goes over the end line, and we will have a corner kick. Player down on the field. That is Mancias Magana, and he is none too pleased with the opposition for that play. Oh, and the ball is White Plains ball on that play. He already has one yellow card, does Mancias Magana. Ball across midfield, headed to the center by Alberto Morales. There is Ariel Solano for Mamaroneck. Now Alan Meneses for White Plains. Here is Eric Ramirez over to Morales. And now Diego Martinez. Good aggressive play there by Connor Shepard. White Plains looking for a teammate attacking that they can send it up to. Mamaroneck is all over the field though. Hasn't been many openings. Shepard gets tangled up with the offensive forward. They go to the ground. Mamaroneck able to get it out to Solano. He fights for possession. Bodies up Morales. And gets called for it. 4-1 with under 22 minutes remaining here in the second half. Mamaroneck leads White Plains on the strength of a hat trick for Marco Ketzman. Probably the second best scoring opportunity White Plains has had, but no one able to get a foot on that one as the ball goes past Karras and out of bounds. Another missed play by White Plains gives the ball and the advantage to Mamaroneck. Mancias Magana chases for it. Slide save by Pisapia. Good job by him, and you can hear the crowd cheering. It's hard to have any idea what the fan base split is out at the town center, as there aren't supposed to be any White Plains fans here on the field. But you know they weren't going to be denied, and glad to see they're just utilizing proper safety precautions as they stand up against the fence in the Mamaroneck Town Center. That ruling got a rise out of the crowd for sure. Not sure if they were expecting a card on that play. The official is talking to Mancias Magana. I think he's trying to give him a verbal warning. It's one of the things you have in high school soccer is these rivalries continue on and on no matter who's in the uniform. So the chippiness can start at a moment's notice, and it doesn't have to take much for it to get going. White Plains sends it in. James Jogas heads it away and then tries to boot it away. And there is Karras to clean it up. We're at 20 minutes, the midpoint between the beginning and end of the second half, and we'll see when the officials decide to call a timeout for mask wearing. Mask relief, rather. And there it is. He noticed that another 25 seconds had wound off the clock, and now we will take our break for a mask timeout. Score 4-1, Mamaroneck over White Plains. 19 minutes, 35 seconds remaining. We'll be back on LMC Media in just a moment.
The LMC
Do you have a great idea for a YouTube video or a short film, but don't know how to make it happen?
LMC Media has what you need.
Our equipment cage is stocked with professional quality cameras, tripods, lighting, sound, cabling, and more. Our 768 square foot studio features a full lighting grid, wraparound green screen, teleprompter, TriCaster, and high-definition cameras.
To reserve equipment, contact us at reserve@lmcmedia.org.
Need technical support for your next meeting or presentation? LMC Media offers full-service meeting management virtually, in real life, or a hybrid of both. Our staff can run your meeting or webinar, set up for in-person audiences to interact, or provide a professional space for you to stream. Contact us for more information at info@lmcmedia.org.
Play resumes now after the mask break. 19:35 remaining. White Plains has possession. During that break, the White Plains head coach had some, shall we say, animated words for the officiating crew. I know when things aren't going your way and calls seem not to be going your way as well, it makes all sorts of sense to take it out on the officials. And it also gives your players, ooh, that was a rough contact there, as Rapulis goes to the ground hard. Took some contact to the body and obviously the leg as he comes up limping. As I was starting to say, when you take on the referees and advocate for your team, that can have a motivating element to it, letting them know not only do you have their back and you're complaining on their behalf, but now you can tell them to ignore the referees and just go out and play your game. Try and motivate the team that way and see if you can light a spark in some way. They have a tremendous mountain to climb here, down 3 goals to the top team in all of New York State. Ball goes out of bounds off of White Plains. Mamaroneck possession. Charlie Caldor throws in to J.M. DeCow, who sends it up, trying to see if he can get something started. Marco Ketzman tries to get it up to Solano and does. Solano avoids the slide tackle, sends it just off the side of the net, out of bounds. White Plains wastes no time with 7:30 remaining in the game to try and advance it up the far side and maybe catch Mamaroneck sleeping, but no dice. This team is on guard at all times. $17 minutes left here in second half action. As the ball out of bounds to Mamaroneck. Seems like a good time to remind you that there will be a sectional championship trophy presentation shortly after the conclusion of today's game. So we ask you to please remember to stay tuned for that, assuming mostly Mamaroneck fans watching our broadcast. course, White Plains fans, I'm sure too, would want to watch it if White Plains is able to end up victorious today. And we will be here to bring you all of that action. Good job there from Calpeno to try and advance it forward for White Plains. He was jostled with a little too much, so they blew the whistle and had them try it again. Alberto Morales has the ball taken away by Charlie Caldor. Jonathan Calpeno knocks it out of bounds, so Caldor just takes it again. Good pass from Caldor there. Tapped back by Londano. And now Ketzman gets it up to Solano. Back to Solano. Looks for a centering pass. And a one again sends it wide of the goal. Sapia is looking for a ball to replace the one that went out of bounds. But again, with COVID restrictions being what they are, there are not the normal number of ball boys or ball kids out on the field to replace the game ball. That header by Ketzman goes out of bounds. The official stops play for a moment as we are under 15 minutes remaining. The clock is absolutely the friend of Mamaroneck now. Up by 3 goals. White Plains can hear each tick ticking away on the end of their season as Mamaroneck seems able to, on their way to, I should say, avenge that brutal, heartbreaking double overtime loss to Ossining last year. Actually, I'm not even sure if it made it to double overtime. In the sectional final, they have left far less question in the outcome of this one as we approach 14 minutes remaining, and Mamaroneck with a tremendous 4-1 lead over White Plains. Still plenty of time if things get sloppy for White Plains to mount what would be an historic comeback at this point, down 4-1 in the sectional championship game. And I don't even need to look to find out who that was that went to the ground there. It was Connor Shepard with a slide tackle, fell on the ball, and then got up and was astonished he was called for a penalty. Frankly, I didn't see one there either, but no matter. Ooh, good centering header from White Plains. Caught Karras a little bit off guard as he was chasing out the ball. He was able to recover in time, but no matter. I believe Jogas was able to send that clear. Now White Plains will throw in from halfway to midfield. Mamaroneck takes the player down, and White Plains will have a kick from there. It'll be a direct kick from the left wing. So they'll look to have a set play here as the offense gets into position and the defense matches. Header by Caldor, matched by a header from Ketzman. Kick saved by Karras. A laser beam sent away with a kick save by the senior goaltender. .30 now remaining here in the second half. Actually, the clock stopped with 11:32 remaining. Wouldn't you know it? So a momentary timeout. And now the clock continues to tick. Mamaroneck's suffocating defense once again on display there as Echeverria noses that out of bounds. White Plains will have a throw in. That ball sails high and wide out of bounds. It's moments like that when you have a throw in from the sideline there, when having the talent of a master throw-in maker, I guess that's what you'd call him, thrower-inner, of a classmate of mine, actually a class in front of me, Peter Rosenthal, was able to do that rare, you see soccer players do it every now and then, where you do a handstand on the ball and then the flipping torque action that you get by following through on the handstand enables you to launch the ball literally 30 yards in the air, and it becomes like a corner kick, but from a throw-in. And moments like what White Plains had right there is exactly when you want a situation like that. I saw several goals scored off of plays like that, and that could have been useful. Just a quick anecdote for you guys out there. I'm sure there are some soccer fans at home watching that are shaking their head and nodding in agreement, saying, oh yeah, I know a guy that was able to do that too. It's in a pretty incredible play when it's pulled off properly. Of course, you also often leave your feet when you do it, so you have to have master control of your body when you do it, because you cannot end up on the ground afterwards, otherwise that becomes an improper throw-in. $9:15 remaining here at Memorial Field, Mamaroneck High School in Mamaroneck, New York. The Mamaroneck Tigers lead the White Plains Tigers 4-1 here in the sectional championship game. I'm Stephen Astis, coming to you for LMC Media. With me is our sports producer, Rob Moretti, in the truck, and our cameraman, Xavier Campo, up on top of the press box. I'd like to thank our Chief Operating Officer, Matt Sullivan, for all he does to keep things going at LMC Media. He's grown and expanded what has been a small community television station into a full multimedia network with a presence all over social media and expanding its services to more than just the governmental meetings and town activities, but so much more. Thank you, Matt. Violation by Mamaroneck gives possession to White Plains as we tick under 8 minutes to go in the match today. Ball deflected out of bounds off Calpeño's leg, so Mamaroneck will have it just shy of midfield. Good pass from Solano for Alex Massey, who was checked into the game here in the latter stages. Caldor knocked over by Ramirez. It's nice to see these boys get a chance to live out their dreams of a sectional championship game. We weren't sure if postseason play was even going to happen here in New York as the virus rages on nationwide. Proper restrictions in place, they were able to make this happen. We're very, very grateful to the New York State Department of Health and the New York State school system for enabling these players not to miss out on the opportunity of a varsity season and a varsity championship. Class of 2020 missed out on so much. We're hoping this won't extend too much further into the class of 2021 as we try and get our country back to normal. Mamaroneck will have it for an indirect kick. About 40 yards out. J.M. DeCal will take it. Sends a low one, deflected off of White Plains' foot. And then sent back in by Londano, but White Plains controls it. Now a violation will give White Plains possession just around the 25. Five and a half minutes remaining. You can feel the life oozing ever so slowly out of these White Plains players who are starting to sense that their fate is sealed. They haven't really been able to get too many odd man opportunities or too many set opportunities. They haven't really had many corner kicks. So there just haven't been too many windows for them to try and attack this stifling Mamaroneck defense. Injury timeout as Gael Baraldi, the lone goal scorer for White Plains, hobbles off the field. Will be tended to by the trainers, and Mamaroneck will have possession just over midfield. Good job of Caldor racing in. Oh, he gets taken down from behind. Outside the goal box though, so no penalty kick or anything of that nature. But it will be a direct kick from about 30 yards out. See if he can put something on this and bend it in a way to get it past the goal or the goalkeeper. White Plains forms their human line of sacrificial people, and he sails that one high and over the crossbar. Three minutes, 50 seconds left now as you hear the thunder from the stomping feet of the fans that are allowed in the stands. As Kessman stops that one. Now Shepard stops that one. Here comes Vasquez up the right side. Out of bounds. And we have an official timeout. I don't see a player down. Oh, there he is. I didn't see him down there in the corner. Calpeño was on the ground. 3:23 left on the clock. It would take a miracle at this point for White Plains to score 3 in 3 minutes and 23 seconds. I'm sure it's happened before, but you'd be hard pressed to find it in the record books anywhere. I'd like to remind you again to be sure to stay tuned for the trophy presentation at the end of this. Opportunity there for Alex Massey, but he was not able to get a solid boot on it. So that was easy fodder for Pisapia. Gets another save in the books. Good job there from White Plains getting past the defender. centering pass deflected out of bounds, and White Plains will have a corner kick. 2:50 remaining as the clock continues to tick. White Plains not wasting any time, sends it into the middle. Header high and over the crossbar, out of bounds. Possession to Mamaroneck as we approach 2.5 minutes remaining here in the championship game. Jackson Karras boots it out to midfield. White Plains turns it over, and Mamaroneck is content to just send it out of bounds. 120 seconds left until Mamaroneck is crowned champions of New York State soccer in Section 1. It's been a long time coming. The past couple seasons have both been state title contenders, obviously ranked nationally, each of them in the top 25 both years. The LYSL and the MYSL, the Larchmont Youth Soccer League and the Mamaroneck Youth Soccer League, should be very proud of the products they've produced, many of whom are on the field now, some of whom came along later or played in other leagues. It's one thing America is not short on is soccer leagues in the United States. 1 minute remaining here as the ball goes back and forth around midfield. There's Vasquez, has it kicked away. Caldor scares the opponent into kicking it the opposite direction. Chogus unable to get a boot on it, but it's sent out by Ketzman. Pronounce his name all season long. I finally messed it up. There was a handball as we approach 20 seconds remaining. They don't actually call it a handball. They call it possession to White Plains, but no matter. Countdown from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. They are going to send it in for one more attempt. May not even get it off. Not paying attention. And that is the clock. And Mamaroneck is your sectional champion for the year 2020. 4-1 victory over White Plains High School. As you see White Plains falling to their knees in defeat, and Mamaroneck rejoices out around the 20-yard line. Be sure to stick around for the trophy presentation coming up in just a minute. It's been my pleasure to broadcast this game for you. I am Steve Anastas, along with the sports producer Rob Moretti and our cameraman Xavier Campo for LMC Media. Thank you very much for watching.
Officials, thank you. We can have White Plains come out and Mamaroneck line up. Can we get White Plains to come over, please? I just want to congratulate both teams on an amazing season. One that so many people never thought was going to happen. Playing with masks, playing through adversity, you guys did all of it. So congratulations to both teams for that. On behalf of Mamaroneck High School and Section 1, Executive Director Todd Santa Barbara, if please have the captains from White Plains come up and accept their plaque. Everyone who stands on this field right now, the memories that you guys share, the hope is that no one else in this whole world will ever have to share again. So thank you for your commitment, your efforts, and everything that's happened. So my hope is that everyone stays healthy and happy through Thanksgiving and leaving it all on this field. Can I please call up the captains from Mamaroneck?